Joerg Kraemer, chief economist at Commerzbank, now joins me from Frankfurt. Thank you so much for joining us, Joerg. In terms of what it actually means for Germany, but also for the ECB, inflation is now a problem, and it's touching Germany more than, of course, the countries that aren't growing as much. Does it mean that Jean-Claude Trichet has to think about what happens next for interest rates, or is he still going to keep them unchanged for the next couple of quarters?
No, absolutely. We have 2.4% inflation for Germany. We have a 2.8% for the Eurozone. And even if you look deeper, then you can see that the core inflation rate already started to drift higher. And according to surveys, firms find it easier to pass on higher energy prices on to their customers. And we can even see this in hard producer price data. Even if you adjust these data for energy components, you can see that there's a steep increase in producer prices. That means all the signs are that the price risks, that inflation risks, are increasing, which is a clear argument for the ECB to deliver a series of rate hikes. I expect.
So, Joerg, do you think that actually the ECB is doing the wrong thing by saying they will leave them unchanged for the near future? Do you believe that they should raise interest rates in the next couple of months?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, they did not, of course, rule out to hike interest rate in July. I expect them to use the revert, the vigilance word, in June, early June, when they present their updated projections for GDP and inflation, and then they are likely to announce de facto a rate hike for early July. And I expect them to deliver each quarter one 25 basis points rate increase. The ECB, in some way, is already behind the curve. You're right.
Yeah, and actually we were expecting some kind of indication that they would already increase the interest rate in June, but at the same time they have to deal with all of the peripheral countries. We're talking about a second bailout possibly for Greece. If they do hike, albeit just a little bit, like you say, a quarter of a basis point every couple of months, will it not hurt too much these peripheral countries?
Well, this is exactly the problem which the ECB faces. On the one hand, when you look at the big countries, the situation is no longer as bad as to justify a reversion rate of just 1.25%. On the other hand, when you look at the weak peripheral countries, of course, they don't need higher interest rates. And this is a dilemma. And this is one reason why the ECB should remain somewhat behind the curve. Yes, they will deliver a series of rate hikes, but the ECB will not be as aggressive as necessary. They have to also look at the weak situation in the peripheral countries.
Now, Joerg, we know at the moment, or we seem to understand, that actually restructuring for Greece for the moment is off the table. Do you sigh of relief? Is this the best way to go about it, to keeping it a while longer?
Well, I don't understand why you can say a best way when we give more and more money to Greece, and Greece is not able to lower its deficit to GDP ratio as promised. This is a very problematic way. My main scenario continues that the European politicians try to muddle through. That means they are likely to grant new loans to Greece, and they will tell us that there will strict conditions, which is in the end not true. I do not expect any end to the peripheral debt crisis in the coming quarters.
All right, Joerg, thank you so much. Joerg Kraemer there.